major and minor scales have a fixed set of intervals. Fixed meaning it doesn't change, it's the same every time. Every major scale will have the following intervals on its given starting pitch: whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. It doesn't matter if your scale starts on C natural or F flat 3 syntonic commas down. They'll all have that same set of intervals. A natural minor scale will always have the intervals whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole, no matter the starting pitch. Of course, when we write out those scales on a piece of music, we have to include all of those accidentals, which, depending on the key, can be a lot to look at. It would be really nice to, number one, not have to write all of those accidentals, but number two, not have to read all of those accidentals. Every key has a unique number of sharps or flats. Unique like a signature. Only G major features an F sharp and a C natural. Only A flat major has a D flat and a G natural. But notice I said a unique number of sharps or flats. When building a major scale, we only use each letter name once, which means in the key of A natural, this leading tone can't be called A flat because we've already used the letter A. So it's called G sharp. That's why the first two notes of the D flat major scale are D flat and E flat and not D flat and D sharp. That's why our scales look nice and even, like this, and not chaotic like this. And since every key has a unique number of sharps or flats, instead of having to write all of them out, we can use a shorthand, where we only list accidentals that are members of that key, and this is called a key signature. It goes over here on the staff at the beginning of every line. This signature tells me that we have F, C, G, and D sharp, and everything else is natural. This tells me that B and E are flat, but everything else is natural. And this tells me that someone is playing a nasty trick on you and you should just use G major instead. This also has an added bonus to the reader. We only use accidentals in the score when there's something outside of the key. This lets the reader know that something different is happening. That would be something that would be more difficult to see if all of the accidentals were written out all of the time. And if you would like a handy chart to keep track of all of this, you can get it for free by joining my email list, where you'll not only be the first to be notified about new projects, but you'll also have access to free music resources like this one. The link is in the description below. One other thing to note, every major scale shares a key signature with a minor scale, which is called its relative minor. The relative minor is always the 6th scale degree of the major key. But if you would like to not count up to 6, you can always find that relationship on the circle of fifths, and we talk more about that in this video here.